Again. Hang on. Yeah? Before we get started, can I just say something? What? Thank you for actually setting the clock both times you booted up the game. A lot of people don't take the steps seriously. They just leave the clock set at 12 and call it a day. But you're actually taking the time to set the clock, and I appreciate that. You're welcome? That's how I know that you care about this experience. You're paying attention. I don't even have any way of knowing if the times you're setting are correct. Tell you what, I'll make you a deal. Since you've been so cooperative, next time you boot up the game and see this screen, just set the clock to your favorite time. My favorite time. That's... How am I just now, nearly at the age of 30, realizing I don't really have a favorite time? Like, I have a favorite time of day, but not a favorite time. I guess that would be the same thing. Would it be the same? I don't know if it would be the same. Okay, sure. Go ahead. Pick whichever time you want. Even if it's not the correct time, you've earned it. Alright, I'll let you get back to the video game now. Okay! Begin the game? I've already... Wait, do I have to play this from start to finish? I'm assuming no, because that was different. Do I have to start? I mean, it doesn't matter if I start again. Does it? I don't... Welcome back to the Stanley Parable. This is part 2, I guess. I didn't actually think there was going to be more than one part. But here we are. We're back again, playing this game.
This is the story of a man named
Stanley. Okay. Oh, what did I do last time? I can't actually remember. Welcome back to the Stanley Parable.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay, oh, that Mr. How many times am I gonna make that shit joke, fam? Come on!
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
What did I do before? I'm actually gonna do it this time. What if I do it this time? The door on my left. Have I actually taken this? Have I taken this route before? Oh.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
How to solve a dispute with a coworker, let it ball up inside you, take it out passive-aggressively on other coworkers, resent coworkers for not supporting you more. Using slides to assure employees that everything is okay. Make sure your slide has a slick blue graphic in the header, and throw some bevel text. I didn't even know what that was. I was gonna say B-level. Everyone is unique. You, most of all. Violet James, you are Violet James got fucking sacked, mate. For they want things. It's true. People want things. It's true. Tips for not okay. Whatever. This is just gonna be the same shit. Broom closet.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
I don't know. Have I been here before? Why does this seem familiar? I can't remember anything that I did in the previous episode. But
there was nothing here. No choice to make. No path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
But what if there's secrets, sir? What if I just tap on everything, huh? What if there's actually...
that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet.
Yeah.
He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
But there is things to do, like tap on everything, and make keyboard noises, knowing there's no keyboard in sight.
Are you really still in the broom closet?
I am.
Standing around doing nothing?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Please
offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
Because I could do whatever I want, narrator, okay? This is my world, and you're simply in it. Anything else?
You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right?
There is a choice to be in here.
Stanley walked past the broom closet. At least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. but it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever.
Except
I
you're
never
talking
would have
about
thought
it.
to mention it.
And I'm teabagging in it, which is relevant because I can do that. And it's a thing that I can do.
Maybe to you, this is somehow its own branching path.
It is.
Maybe when you go talk about this with your friends, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favourite." I hope your friends find this concerning.
I hope my friends know I don't sound like that, you cheeky bugger.
Stanley was fat and ugly and really, really stupid. He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Drugs and hookers, baby! Oh, drugs and fucking hookers.
Well,
He
I've
just
come to a
came
very
in.
definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead. You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here, when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed in front of your screen. Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose. Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. They've fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
Just picture, if you will, for a second. You're actually playing this game, and you kick the bucket. And you're one of these people, fortunately, who don't end up playing with headphones on, and you got the volume up, and you just so happen to be living with someone who hears this, who might save your life. Can you imagine if at some point in your life you're playing the Stanley Parable, and the narrator saves you, or at least alerts somebody that you died, while playing the game? That would be wild. Very slim probability of that ever happening, but still, that would be... I'm assuming there's nothing else that happens now. Okay, cool. Well, that was fun.
Second player, it's good to have you on board. As you can see, you can't do any worse than the person who came before you. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Yeah, we're just not gonna do that, are we? We're just not gonna do that. Well, things just got a little bit spooky. Oops. What is this? Fire hose. Okay. Have I
But
been
Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. "I'm dreaming!" he yelled. "This is all a dream." Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid.
Yeah.
So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. He
Whoa.
imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay. Stanley began screaming. Someone wake me up! My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black. This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Huh?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't.
I don't.
It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Just left him to die. What just happened? I'm actually...
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
The comments section on the previous video tells me that there are obviously, you know, evidently, numerous paths that I can pick and choose from. So I kind of, like, a part of me wants to...
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Should I pursue the correct and narrated path until the very end, or should I leave that till last and do my own thing? 'Cause I'm spoiled for choice. I really am. I'm spoiled. There's so much I can do, including admire the office room. So we're gonna skip right through this place.
Not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
So we've explored the avenue. No, that's locked. Downstairs. Whoa. This is my boss's office? Are you kidding me? God damn. Look at this, man. Whoa. Whoops. Oh my god, there's just a... I've got the feeling money's for stealing. But not yours, of course. Soy, that's a lovely purse. There's obviously not soy, but that just... It looks like an S, O, and a Y. Soy. Soy, that's a lovely purse. Can I poop? A game as good as this, and I can't take a shit. Are you kidding me? I can't eat... Okay, whatever. Right, well, that was the bathroom. This is a nice looking area. Hello. Can I... Alright. Anything? No, nothing? Okay. Any documents that I can pick up and... Whoa. Dude, imagine an office like that. You would be the business mate. Let's open both doors. What the fuck is that? Is that a gun? Okay. Wait, was there another door here? Was this the way I came in? Yeah, this is the way I came in. Okay, well, we're definitely gonna go there. I thought that was a door this way. Can't do anything here. Oh, that's a panda! Business strategy. Yeah, well, I mean, I suppose it is a valid... Not valid, but it is a business strategy. Is that my boss? I can't even read that. Is that my boss? I can't even zoom in. Okay. Whoa. Up? What if I just, yeah, we're gonna go this way. We're gonna go this way. Shall we go up? God, I could go down, and then I could go up, and then it's just... Stanley. Stanley. What did you say? Stanley. Let's try that again, shall we? The Stanley. Parable. I could continue, but I'm not going to. Okay, so we're just gonna... So... Alright, that was fun.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Of course. That's an amazing sounding piano. So in tune, so beautiful, so fucking perfect in every way. Can I go up the chimney? I can't go up the chimney. Who the fuck do I think I am?
Stanley
Father
just sat
Christmas?
around twiddling his thumbs.
He did.
Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
What was the combination? I didn't quite get. What is this? Is this wine? Port? Is this port? I can't even see what this is. Shant.
2845.
Can anybody hear anything? I just hear.
Forgot, but it turns out that the panel's emergency override kicked in, and the door just opened all by itself. And Stanley got the hell along with the story. Well, whoop-de-doo.
Okay, alright. Why are things a little bit scary at the moment? Let's just go up, shall we? Or did it just press down because I'm being such a rebellious little bastard? I should actually be playing along with the story if I want to get the, I guess, the true ending or whatever. I suppose it would be the true ending, I don't know. Or the scripted ending, I don't know.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Was it me? I didn't break that. Why is there a box painted there? Okay.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
I'm actually gonna do it this time. I'm actually gonna do it. But next time I'm not going to do it. Next time I'm gonna be rebellious at... Oh. What is this?
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
I
What
shouldn't
horrible
be here,
secret
should
did
I?
this place hold? Stanley thought to himself.
What
Did
is
he
this?
have the strength to
Oh.
find out?
But, like, you told me off for being here in the last episode, so what's the difference now? I guess it's because I'm following script, maybe, possibly, I don't know, following the rules like a good boy. Is that what you want, narrator, huh? Is that what you want? What? Oh.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true
Whoa.
nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Very cool, very cool. Very sinister randomly also, but, you know, we kind of saw this coming anyways. I guess now that we're actually on track and we're doing what we're told, it feels a bit more sinister.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Is this gonna be like a Truman Show thing where I just kind of emerge in the open and...
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Except this would be called the Stanley Show.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Okay, I can't go through there. I'm gonna... do you know... Here's the thing, right? Do you know... What the fuck is the... Whoa. What if? I can't go back up there, obviously, but what if I go down here? What is down here? No, I'm not gonna do it. Do you know how hard it is to resist being a rebellious little fucker? That's all I want to do. Obviously, I'm gonna continue with I guess what the story 5. Nothing. Mind control idle awaiting input. Ooh. Oh, there's a button up there. Okay. There's so much I can do. Ah, man.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for. Blackness, and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
No.
Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Perfect.